Good morning, good afternoon, good night, beautiful people. Welcome back to another day of YouTube. This is the second video I posted today to make up for the video I didn't post yesterday. So this is part 2 of how strong is Gilgamesh, fake Gilgamesh, true power explained, noble phantasm and abilities. And through my perspective so far on this is the Gilgamesh not in grand order. So I just got done watching the Quest, whatever her name is, and that was a pretty good information. I got a lot of information on that. Now there is a lot of characters on Fate that I could go in this and follow up, get more of the stories, because unlike the basic people like Hercules, the King Arthur, them stuff like that. I already know the story, but people like this, I know, and it's good to know. It's good stuff right here, and you guys teach me a lot too. Now we're gonna get right into this. Like and subscribe. Comment down below what you guys want me to react to next. If possible, please post a link or find me a link so I could follow through with that. Because finding this sometimes is difficult. It's a lot of fake stuff. I don't own this video, the copyrights. I don't own no copyrights to this video, so do not copyright me. The rights goes to Aninews, I believe that's the name. His information will be in the description below. Go subscribe to his channel. I'm gonna be doing a lot of reaction to his videos, and I like what he does. I mean, this stuff is creative. All right, let's get right into it. I'm talking too much.
And then a whole bunch of other unnamed axes, sickles, spears, swords, armors, incenses, vehicles, and even cooking items and food. A few notable non-weapon-like items stored inside are a collection of command spells, the Holy Grail itself, though that has long since vanished from within the vault, and even this crazy jet-shaped noble phantasm called Vimana, throne of the heaven sword.
That's a noble phantasm? See? You learn something every day.
King.
I thought it was just an airplane.
This is one of the more interesting vehicles in his possession. I mean, sure, he has the Ship of Light, which allows him to travel faster than the speed of light, but Vimana lets him travel at the speed of thought, and it looks pretty fucking cool.
Speed of thought?
It uses solar crystals along with quartz and mercury as fuel.
So is thought faster than the speed of light? Because we could think so. I don't know. I don't think so. I think thought is... I don't know.
To bypass the laws of physics and travel at impossible speeds.
Yeah, that is shit.
It's a ship immortalized through 2 Indian epic sagas which recounted a golden and emerald ark loaded with various guns and ancient nuclear warheads, as well as equipped with optical camouflage,
no seatbelt
devices, laser beams, and even bioweapons.
My man can go like this and just...
No disrespect to the creators of this legend, but it's...
Come on, Ryan Reynolds. Stick to...
5-year-old came up with the design for this and filled it with every cool feature that they could imagine at the time.
Really? Oh.
Anyway,
it was a joke.
Then he has the Potion of Youth from his legend, which, as you already know, returns the...
What fate is this?
...user back to their younger self. Apparently, it returns you to the form of a child, and that in itself not only alters his appearance, but also his personality. Although the memories from his older self remains, his younger self can't really comprehend the older's actions, and there forms this disconnect between the two of them. It's assumed that this potion was used to allow himself to blend in during the 10 years of off time after the 4th Holy Grail War. Though if the time ever came for him to suddenly have to fight at full strength, he could forcibly reverse the effects. That being said, Gilgamesh does have a couple of go-to weapons, and they are Ea and Enkidu. Enkidu, Chains of Heaven, being named after his best friend and all, is classified as his most trusted noble phantasm. It's a weapon crafted by the gods with the purpose of binding the gods, making it one of the few anti-divine...
Now can you imagine that if gods made something that could bind them? That's stupid. That's like me making a weapon that is specifically meant to kill me. That's just stupid.
...weapons that grow stronger with the more divinity that an opponent has. But that can also act as a double-edged sword, since an opponent like Saber, who has no divinity whatsoever, would just be up against regular chains that could be broken out of with just a little bit of effort. Though there...
What fate is that? Let me know what fate this is, because I have not seen this fate. And I know this ain't... Is this Heaven's Feel? No. Oh no.
Is also a limit to the buff that it gets against those of divine origin, since Heracles was able to move around quite a lot after getting completely binded by the chains, and he himself is half god. Though it is technically just one long chain, multiple sections of it can be summoned at a time, allowing for binding around various parts of the body. He goes for complete immobility when he wants to bind his opponent, and can attempt it a seemingly infinite number of times, since there never seems to be a limit to its length when he uses them. It can also bind the very space it takes up, nullifying all magic in the area. Then there's his Sword of Rupture, Ea, the most powerful noble phantasm with...
Boom. Right there. He said the most powerful noble phantasm. And you guys told me, one of you guys commenting saying, this is not the strongest one. Or, if you don't know if it's your guys' opinion or what, but let's hear what he got to say about this noble phantasm. Ea.
In Gilgamesh's treasury, and the so-called pinnacle of noble phantasms. A sword that's unique to Gilgamesh's existence and never passed down for future legends. Though calling it a sword isn't technically correct, since it was an item that existed before the concept of a sword was even invented. It's designed with a cylindrical drill-like pillar split into 3 rotating segments that represent the heavens, the earth, and the underworld, which when combined together form a representation of the universe itself. Ea was simply a name that Gilgamesh chose for it, most likely as tribute to the Mesopotamian gods of earth and water. In actuality, it's a nameless creation of a god from long before humanity's existence, which then crystallized into...
I still don't understand what that does. I still don't know what that does, because, I mean, he uses it and I don't know, like, I watched it, but I never understood what it does.
...to form at the beginning of the world. A one-of-a-kind divine construct that even Shiro's unlimited blade works can't duplicate. A sword that knew the world before Genesis, making it the first memory of life that can only be shown when someone gazes upon it. The true formation of the world as it happened and as it was witnessed.
I remember this
by
fight. I was so hurt.
But what exactly does this noble phantasm do?
Dang, yeah,
There's actually an ability attributed to it that Gilgamesh needs to call by name in order to activate it. It's called Enuma Elish, the star of creation that split heaven and earth. As the 3 cylindrical sections of the sword begin to rotate, the resulting winds create a spatial severance. You see, these aren't just your normal winds. They're described as compressed and intertwined stratifications or layers of...
Whoa. What?
Winds. They're described as compressed and intertwined stratifications or layers of wind that turn into gaps between space and time, which...
Now I gotta stop right there. If I were to make a video like this, the stratification, whatever that word is, that would have never came to my brain. Alright? I'm not that smart, y'all. Well, I mean, I'm alright smart, but big words like that never been my forte.
To result in an undefendable attack that tends to destroy everything in its path. There are various levels at which this attack can be activated, which tend to reflect how serious Gilgamesh is taking the fight. Though even the most held back versions are enough to completely surpass an attack from Saber's Excalibur. So we essentially have this primordial sword that creates winds that tear the very fabric of space. Anywhere the winds cut, a void of nothingness will open up, whether it's the ground of the earth or the very sky.
What kind of so is that heaven filled? Is that heaven filled? Oh my God, there's a lot.
And that newly opened void will begin to swallow up its surrounding area, creating a vacuum as it attempts to reenact Genesis. The voids are said to show the truth of the world and reveal the mystery of creation itself, the beginning of life, until all that's
So
left
this is like
a
a black hole?
But yeah, you can see how the type of attack that this noble phantasm produces could easily destroy the world Ryder's reality marble created. Hell, it could even destroy the world itself if Gilgamesh really wanted it to. Anyway.
So if it's that strong, then that must be the strongest noble phantasm, unless you think about Grand Order, where that one dude could control death itself, but he can't destroy the whole world, you know. So if he could destroy the world, then that has to be the strongest one.
Wait.
And once again, Gilgamesh is OP on Fate.
Those are his main noble phantasm.
So now I'm kind of second guessing on Quesawawa fighting Gilgamesh.
As for his other skills, though not nearly as strong combat-wise, they're still beneficial to Gilgamesh's build per se. First up, he's got the highest rank of the skill Golden Rule, which measures how likely he is to gain wealth during his lifetime, meaning that he will never be in a negative financial situation. money and riches will always find its way to him. This skill played a great role in helping him at every single treasure.
I mean, because the town he was living in was basically gold. Yeah, of course. If I was living there, I wouldn't have no financial struggles either.
In the world to his vault. Then there's his charisma skill that allows him to command an army and build an empire with great
You
confidence.
can't see it.
So, believe it or not, this bench is what started the $7.5 million I made.
Okay, I don't care about that.
He also has divinity, which technically should be the highest rank since he's 2/3 god, though this rank is actually decreased due to his disdain towards the gods during his lifetime, especially the ones that killed Enkidu. He also has independent action, which gives him a lot of self-sustainability, as well as clairvoyance in the form of the noble phantasm Sha-Nakba Imiru, the omniscient, omnipotent star. This is Gilgamesh's mentality converted into a continuously active
someone I
noble
know what-
phantasm
oh, that looks like
allows
Grand
him to
Order.
determine servants' true names, noble phantasms, and power levels at pretty much a glance. He can see through magic and even quickly determine the most optimal move in any situation. It damn near borders on the ability to see the future because he can also see the outcomes of a situation through parallel worlds. So overall, Gil is just a walking powerhouse. His collection of noble phantasms make it almost impossible for anyone to counter him.
Don't say almost. I mean, yeah, it is almost possible. 'Cause I still think Quasella could get on him. I
As
don't
he
care.
can just quickly assess the situation and determine which weapons work best when. But the thing is, he just doesn't. He will rarely, if ever, get serious in a fight, and as I said in the beginning, that is most often the root cause of his defeat, refusing to even use his trump card Aya against anyone that he deems unworthy, which is pretty much everyone. He could
See, that's good. If you make somebody OP, you have to make him a way to defeat him, and that's good how they did it like
probably
that.
find some pretty devastating prototype noble phantasms in his collection too, though he would never actually think of using them for what they're actually worth. So his potential to be the strongest servant is definitely up there. But he'll never be the strongest, since you first have to fight like a champion to be the champion.
Oh, okay. So there
And
it goes.
that,
He said
everyone,
it.
is the Fate version of Gilgamesh. The next poll should be up on the community page of my channel, where you can vote for the servant that you want covered next.
Boom. And that's it. That's Gilgamesh Fate version. Like, comment down below what you guys want me to react to. Subscribe to the channel for content. I'm dropping videos like crazy. You know what I'm saying? If I don't get it one day, next day I'll make up for it whenever I could. So let me know what you guys want me to watch next. So far it's Gilgamesh, the Grand Order version. And let me know that kid Gilgamesh, was that the Grand Order or what? Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. Peace.